Dear students, today's lecture will be on transaction provisions under GST. GST, Goods and Services Tax, is a significant reform in the field of indirect taxes in our country. Multiple taxes levied and collected by the central state have been replaced by one tax called Goods and Services Tax, shortly denoted as GST. GST is a multi-stage value-added tax on consumption of goods and services. The GST sought to consolidate multiple taxes into one. It was very essential to have a transactional position to ensure that the transition to the GST regime is very smooth and hassle-free, and no ITC, input tax credit oblique, benefits earned in the existing regime are lost. Students, the transaction provision can be categorized under three heads. It can be relating to input tax credit. Number two, it can be the continuance of the existing procedures such as job work for a reasonable period without any adverse consequences under GST law. Third, all claims pending as well as future pertaining to existing laws filed before, on or after the appointed date. Students, the transactional arrangements for ITC input tax credit elaborate provisions has been made to carry forward the ITC earned under the existing law. Such credit should be permissible under GST law. However, the taxable person opting for composition scheme would not be eligible for any carry forward of existing ITC. Students, ITC of various taxes under the existing laws, CENVAT, Center VAT credit, VAT VAT would be carried forward as under: number one, closing balance of the credit in the last returns. The closing balance of the central VAT credit or VAT in the last returns filed under the existing law can be taken as credit in electronic credit ledger. Such credit would be available only when returns for the provisions last 6 months have been filed under the existing law. Students, in order to claim this credit, declaration in form GST TRAIN 1 is required to be furnished on the common portal within 90 days from the appointed day, that is 1st of July 2017, or without such extended time. When we talk about unavailed credit on capital goods, in that the balance installment of unavailed credit on capital goods credit can also be taken by filling the required declaration in the GST TRAIN 1. We take the note of the credit on duty paid stock as well in GST. A registered taxable person other than the manufacturer or the service provider may have the duty paid goods in stock as on 1st of July 2017. GST would be payable on all supplies of goods and services made after the appointed day. It is not the intention of the government to collect tax twice on the same goods. Hence, in such case, it has been provided that the credit of the duty or tax paid earlier would be admissible as credit. Such credit can be taken as under. Students, we have the three provisions in this regard. Number one, credit shall be taken on the basis of invoice evidence, payment of duty of excise or VAT. Number second, such invoices should be less than 1 year old. Third provision, to declare the stock of the duly paid goods within prescribed time on the common portal. Now, students, there are the conditions in which the credit on duty paid stock when registered person does not possess the document evidence payment of exercise duty or VAT. Very important for us to understand. For such traders who do not have exercise or VAT invoice, there is a scheme to allow credit to them on the pay duty stock. The feature of this scheme are as under. Number one, the scheme is operative only for 6 months from 1st of July 2017. It is not available to manufacturer or supplier of the service. It is available to traders only. Number second, credit at 60% on such goods which attract central tax at 9% or more than at the rate of 40% for other goods of the GST paid on such stock cleared after 1st July 2017 should be allowed. However, such goods should not be unconditionally exempted goods or taxed at nil rate under the existing law. It has also been provided that while integrated tax is paid on such goods, the amount of credit shall be allowed at the rate of 30% and 20% respectively of the said tax. The credit would be allowed after the GST is paid on the such goods subject to the condition that the benefits of such credit is passed on the customer by the way of reduced prices, and the statement of supply of such goods in each of the 6 tax period has been submitted. Also, stock stored should be easily identified. Students, when we talk about the credit relating to exempted goods under the existing law which are not now taxable, the ITC or the input tax credit of the center or the VAT in respect of the input semi-finished and finished goods in stock attributable to such exempted goods or services which are more taxable can also be taken into consideration. There might be a scenario while input services are received on or after the appointment date, but the duty on tax on the same was paid by the supplier under the existing law. Students, we have to note here that the registered persons may be credited of the eligible duties and taxes provided the invoice has been recorded in the books within 30 days from 1st July 2017. The period can be extended by the Commissioner GST by another 30 days. A statement of such invoices has to be submitted and or the furnished. When we talk about the provisions, the tax paid under existing law under composition scheme, all taxpayers who paid tax at fixed rate or fixed amount in lieu of the tax payable under the existing law but are working under normal scheme under GST can claim credit on his input stock, semi-finished or furnished stock on the appointed date such of the following conditions. Number 1, what are the conditions, students? Such input. Number 1, such input stock used for taxable supply under this act. Number 2, registered person is not covered under section 10 composition scheme of this act. Number 3, registered person is eligible for input tax under this act. Number 4, registered person is in possession of such invoice or other duty payment documents. Number 5, such invoices are not more than 12 months old on appointed day. Students, ITC in case of the centralized registration under services taxes, how we can interpret this under GST. Such registered persons can take credit of the amount of central VAT carry forward in return furnished under the existing law if the original or the revised return under the existing law has been filled within 3 months. So 3 months provision is there. Such credit may be transferred to any of the registered persons having the same PAN number for which the centralized registration is obtained. Now, lastly, we can reclaim the reversed input service tax as well. This central VAT credit reserved on account of non-payment of consolidation within 3 months can be reclaimed if payment is made to the supplier of the services within 3 months. Thank you so much.